Oh, we're rolling. We're rolling.
Yep.
Yes. So the Wada Yehovah Shimir Shai, man. Yeah, for the Akim getting together again with this another sit down. And we're going to go into some prophecy, Lord willing, be edifying to all the sincere Akim out there. So before we start, we want to give all praises to
Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushua, Hashem, Rakakadash.
Double honors to all our elders and our apostles that taught us this truth. And to all the sincere elect out there, we want to say keep on pushing, keep on fighting. Lord willing, 2026 we will soon be out of this bitch, Lord willing. As we're prisoners of hope. And now it's officially the year of apostates, sellouts and agents. And yes, did it come in with a bang? Yeah, let's start with a precept, man. Bring out what you got, Abu Shah.
This is Habakkuk chapter 2, and I'll start from verse 1. I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower. I will watch to see what he will.
And you don't got long to wait for, or you don't need to look far, because it came to us
with a bang.
It came with a bang, man, which is it's good for us hopeful elect. We are prisoners of hope. Yeah, continue with that precept.
Habakkuk 2 and verse 1. I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower. I will watch to see what he will say.
How do we watch now? Just keep our eyes peeled, man. Like I say, you ain't got far to look. I'll be watching the news. There's always something new coming up regarding the wars, the protests, and the title that we have is going to be something to the effect of prophecies and seditions around the world. You don't got to look far to see seditions and why. There's all different types of seditions taking place. I was just while I was watching the news earlier, they had a protest in Neapolis. That's the same place. What they're saying, where
Nepal.
Nice, Neapolis. It's Neapolis, definitely Neapolis. A place in America. Let me just double check.
Oh, Minneapolis.
Let me double check. Because there was one woman that, because anyway, I always wonder why people want to go at this, but obviously we got the truth, and that's who they got. That's who they got. They have to get carnal, innit? So it's Neapolis where George Floyd, same place where he was deleted, and the mayor. Let me tell you what happened with that. That's interesting because I was telling you, innit, Ahab?
Yeah.
The mayor, right, which the mayor is usually juiced in. Let me find it. His name is Jacob. I homed in. I homed in on his name. His name is Jacob. Yeah, let me get it. Let me see if I find it. And usually mayors have to kind of like toe the line, but Jacob Frey, right? He said they said that the ICE, right, with the Neapolis, it's definitely Neapolis, yeah. The viral Kurdish majority uproars or seditions, right, protesting, right. And he said, right, with ICE, he was could have been one of the tribes, but I believe there is the Bible Belt. There's a lot of Bible belts there, so-called Christians there, them sort of like them Edomites that don't like, that's where ICE is, and then a lot of them are very racist. But I believe it was probably an Edomite. Why he made his statement? They say they come here to keep the place peaceful, yeah, and they shot at this woman. The woman, they said that the woman tried to drive into ICE, and we saw it. They kind of cut out a little bit of it, but when she drove away from him, ICE, bearing in mind ICE, she's worried about what ICE gonna do. There's anything they can do once they grab you up. She drove away, and they just point blank, they shot the gun at her and got her in the head, and then they showed her body slumped right near the car.
And they said they did it in self-defense.
Oh, that's it. And so, well, you're gonna have the two sides where the mayor's usually he's usually juiced in. Yes. He's usually like a lower ranking Mason usually, but he's come out and he said that was a load of rubbish. They didn't shoot in self-defense. And Trump even tweeted, he said, yeah, they were backing you for it. And he's also saying they shot in self-defense. So the mayor, Jacob Frey, doesn't usually come out and say something like that. If they disagree, it's usually in-house or behind the scenes.
Yeah.
So this is going to cause more riots, more uproars, which is what we're seeing. We haven't even scratched the surface of what we're going to see soon. But get back to bring out that precept. It's heating up. Let me just say that.
This is Habakkuk 2, start from verse 1. It says, I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer.
In your daily travels, you probably... let me say this too. You walk around with your cameras, brother. You know, like your little phones. Get it ready. Just to have it on... be discreet, obviously, with it, but because we're gonna start to see some things. You know, the scriptures don't tell us. There's gonna be Psalms 91. Bodies left to the left. There's thousands on that side,
let me try.
and on that side, and also Psalms. Is it 100? No, it's Psalms 110. There's gonna be bodies on the floor. So you're gonna have enough videos piled up if you have that mindset.
Yes.
I remember when they made the decree, do 3 videos a week. I thought, boy, how am I going to do it? But you know what I decided to do? I decided to just walk with my camera, film ready. You know when they say, arm ready, be armed ready. Yeah. I was ready, man, and I was able to be able to fulfill that assignment. But we're going to have, the point I'm making is we're going to have enough. My head was spinning with the subject that I was going to choose today. And try and keep it, which we're going to try and keep it as simple as possible because it's too much going on.
Got the precepts. This is Psalms 91 and verse 7. It says, 1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee.
Yep. And we're going to witness that. We're going to be able to, if you be film ready, combat ready, but spiritually combat ready, because you're going to have enough information to be able to try to even attempt to keep up with. We've seen it already. Once again, I want to try and keep it simple. There's so many things that we can touch on that with what's going on over there in Venezuela with the protesting. That we're gonna, Lord willing, we bring that out, touch on that as well. But let's see if we can. Is there any more with that? And then Lord willing, we get back to Habakkuk. Is there any more in there?
Yeah, there is a piece of the backup in there.
This is Psalm
is it quick?
Yeah, yes.
All right.
Ephesians 5 and 15. Seeing then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise.
Yeah, because that's the point.
Redeeming the time, because the days are evil.
Yeah. Just come in here, brothers. If they want to bring them out, you don't have to get all up into the details, but we just be traveling and we seeing things happening before our eyes, and it's gonna get more intense, man. You can be combat ready. I remember I saw something that took place, but I kept my distance. But I think I did a video on it, but I just filmed from a distance. Someone was licked down by a car. That's just a little something, everyday thing, everyday occurrence. But it's soon things we're gonna actually see them closer, more close up and personal.
Ramp up.
It's gonna ramp up, and that's another way how we can stay up on our watch. It's gonna ramp up.
Yeah. Speaking of watch as well, I've got another precept here. It says, this is Ezekiel 3 and verse 17. Son of man, I have made thee a watchman in the house of Israel, unto the house of Israel. Therefore hear the word at my mouth and give them warning from me.
And that's what we do. That's what the watchmen do. You got the other precept as well about the prophets of old, aforetime, spoke about the kingdoms. It wasn't for the kingdoms. It wasn't trying to prop up the kingdoms or save Christians. We don't have to go there, but they was against the so-called governments of those times. Every single one of the sincere prophets, the true prophets, not the false prophets. King Daniel, we spoke about. He spoke of the downfall of King Nebuchadnezzar.
Talk about Daniel or King David?
Daniel.
Oh, Daniel.
Okay, young Daniel. Yeah. Well, I said King Daniel, innit? I said King Daniel. Yeah. Slipping the tongue, but not with the heart.
Yeah.
So young Daniel, which potentially he got crowned as a governor. And he's gonna be back in the kingdom as a king. That's when he will be a king. All of us will be kings. But he was he spoke against the kings of those days. Belshazzar also, Nebuchadnezzar's son, he spoke against him. He brought him the visions. He broke down the visions of those times, and he told them, Nemi, teki, your days are numbered. Hence, what we're doing now as we stand up on our watch. We're giving you the straight, skinny, past, present, and future, and so, the sincere elects among us. That's how they woke up. That's how they woke up through hearing the truth, the straight, skinny. You got something else?
Yeah, continue on. It says in verse 18, Ezekiel 3 and 18, when I say unto the wicked, thou shalt surely die, and thou givest him not warning, nor speakest to warn the wicked from his wicked way to save his life, the same wicked man shall die in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at thine hand.
So we're programmed, right? We're motivated, right? But being motivated, the Most High takes hold of us and He controls us. MK Ultra, we're under mine MK Ultra in righteousness to do this work. And even if we think we're going to do a Judas, right, a Jonah, even if we think we are, only those that come in that lot are going to. But the sincere prophets are going to go up against the kingdom and speak against them. Once again, Daniel and his companions, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, Hananiah, and Mishael in the Hebrew, and they had to deal with it, but the Most High did bless them in the end. They had to deal with the what they call it, the opposition, the feedback, the negative feedback, but the Most High did bless them in the end. So more reason for us to continue, Lord willing. When we look at their example.
Ezekiel 3 and 19, it says, yet if thou warn the wicked, and he turn not from his wickedness, nor from his wicked way, he shall die in his iniquity, but thou hast delivered thy soul.
And we got that. We took that to heart, and we made that turnaround. That 360 in our own lives, collectively, individually, obviously, so that we can continue in this and serve the Lord in sincerity, and in fear, and in truth, and in joy. That's the balance. Get back to Habakkuk, because that article, read up until about 3, and then bring out the article after.
Madeira.
We're going to get on that, because it's interesting with that scenario. See if we can dig a little bit deeper on that.
This is
what's in the news right now, Akim, and like I say, there's so much going on. Even we're doing this video now, there's something else gonna happen. Some other people gonna get deleted. Because I want to find out how many people got deleted. I'll go first, and then we'll get into some of that.
This is Habakkuk 2.
We always like to bring out receipts,
Habakkuk 2, starting from verse 1 again, it says, I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved. And the Lord Yahweh answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables.
That's to the best of our ability, that's what we're doing. Making it simple and plain, right? Breaking it down, Lord willing, so that everybody can understand. You've got the newly ones coming in too, right? Which is this truth is doing its due, is waking up the elect. Right? It
says, verse 2 again, the Lord Yahweh answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry.
And our flesh be saying, it's taking its time. This is what our flesh be telling us. Come on, keep, we be crying out in our prayers, man. First thing we do, we get up in the morning, man. We say, but we're hopeful, right? We're hopeful, and we're looking forward to it. It seems like it's taking its time, but you know what? With the independence of America, was it 1776? Around 1776, they got their independence. As what the elder did touch on. Some of the points in the New Year's year of destruction, that a kingdom lasts on average around 250 years. So now we're in that time, year 2026. Not that it's going to happen in this year, but it gives us, we're very optimistic, because that's a typical. Around that time it could happen, because Neo Babylonians was given around 70 years, and that was a just a time that the judgment was gonna bring it down, and they reigned for around 69. Some say 68, 69 years. So it came in before. So we're that's why we're how you say, we just have to keep pushing, man, and praying, keeping our medicine strong, and keeping our bodies doing the best that we can do to keep our bodies together.
Yeah.
I would say, brothers, be wrapping up. You know, some brothers which we're intending to have our sit downs inside for a period of time, because we wanna be mindful that this weather is not something to play with. If we get those colds, and any one of us don't want to be getting none of those colds or pneumonia. You know, even our elders be setting the example as well. You know, trying to avoid, you know, their last one, I think it was indoors too.
Yeah, I believe.
So we're taking precautions. Wrap up Akim out there. You know what I mean? Because we want to keep our bodies well to the best of our ability. And we know what it's like when we're not firing on all cylinders. All of us do. We've all got a testimony on that. Get back, Baba Kusha, wherever we were.
I'll read it again then.
Yeah.
So Habakkuk 2 and verse 3 says, "For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end," which we're at the end right now, by the way.
It
says, "It shall speak and not lie, though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry."
You want to break it down? So
Yeah.
whatever.
You know, as the scripture says as well, I believe in Numbers, you know, the Most High is not a man that he should lie, man. You know, so of course, the words written within these scriptures, it will come to pass, and that's essentially the message of verse 3, which I'll read it one more time. It says, "For the vision is yet for an appointed time." You know, all these prophecies that are written within the scriptures is for this appointed time. You know, it says, but which is this time period that we're living in right now, man. You know, where you got Trump, Nero, and of course the MOTB, which is about to be released as well.
Yeah.
And it says, "But at the end it shall speak and not lie, though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come and it will not tarry." And the answer is on. Let me get the word for tarry, which I believe it relates to, you know, something that's
we've probably been over it, but it's all right. We're like a broken record. We can go over it and keep going over it. So that's how we got there. That's how the penny dropped for us.
Yeah.
Our elders was persistent for us, so we got to be persistent.
That's it. The real word here says maha, which means it says to linger, tarry, wait, or delay. So that's like the feeling that people would have, you know, concerning the vision. But as it says here, it says at the end it shall speak and not lie, though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come and it will not tarry. That's why, because of the tarrying, that's why certain people would also fall out as well, because, you know, their patience have been tested, but their patience wasn't there wasn't enough substance within that patience, you know, for lack of a better way to say it. You know, they didn't have that faith in Yahweh Shem Yahushua strong enough to then endure through the race.
Yep.
You know? I think there was one more.
And I could give you something right now, straight off the breaking news.
Yeah.
Fierce fighting, and I've just paused it. And no doubt, if I just kept pausing, you know, we'd have so much more to say. Fierce fighting in Apollo, yeah? Apollo, third day of violence.
Aleppo.
Oh, Douala. Third day of violence between army and Kurdish. There you have it, man. Fresh off the press.
Kurdish LED SDF.
Right. So we can get into some of the, which is what we're doing now. We're just sitting there. I'm doing the video, and there's more breaking news keep coming in. We're upon our watch, and we can't even just.
That's the spirit.
We can't switch off, because there's always something coming in. Go on.
Because, you know, literally, as I was talking about the Habakkuk 2 and verse 3, it says,
that's the point.
It will not tarry and wait for it, it will surely come. You know, scriptures talk about, you know, rumors of wars, you know, Matthew 24. And literally, we just had a little little battle here that's being put on the news, man, which just what I'm watching right now. You know, Aleppo's in Syria. We know that Middle Eastern area, they always got wars and rumors of war. So the prophecies are speaking. Quite literally, as I just read the precept.
So-called Middle East. We don't go break that down, but but because there ain't going to be peace until the true people of that land is placed back there, according to the scriptures. So that's it's not tarrying. right? Which is why we're not, we're on our watch, because we got to just, we can just print off the news, we can just read off the news and break it through the scriptures, and then, Lord willing, for those that will hear, and it will not forbear, Yeah.
You want the article?
Bring that article, Baba Kusha. We want to bring out some. Yeah, you can't see what we're seeing, but we're breaking it down to you.
You just search it up, Bucky.
Yeah.
But yeah, on Fox News, of course, recently, as you heard.
And I know that the elect, they know, but, there's things that we don't know everything.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things that brothers be telling me, putting me on game on a lot of things. We can't cover everything.
True.
Everybody's in their lot.
Yeah.
But Lord willing, we're fulfilling our lot.
It's a lot of news as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, Venezuela, the main one that you would have seen now. It says, this is from Fox News, an article. It says, Venezuela says 100 were killed in U.S. operation to capture Maduro.
Yeah. If that's the truth, maybe there was more. But we're gonna take out the bones and yam up the meat. Yeah.
It also says here, Cuba has said 32 members of its armed forces died in U.S. operation over the weekend.
Yeah.
So essentially, you got Edomites using Jake to capture Jake. So.
Well, yeah, they're giving them a nice bag. Which Jake is a damn traitor.
Yeah.
But the devil's behind everything. They're even calling Jake shouldn't be a traitor, but the Judas in it. That's the Judas. But even with Somalia too, they're talking about Somalia. They're scammers.
Oh.
And what did they do to which the brother Elder Yoshuamba was going into? I just finished watching it, so it's a little bit still in my mind. Mm-hmm. They're calling them scammers, right? But when he dug a little bit deeper behind the so-called charity, which they're using that as a front for them to siphon money, was an Edomite woman behind it. She was, she was orchestrating it, but putting them as the fool guy, Somalians. Which when he went into it, how did they get the wealth? Yeah. What did they do to that country, Somalia, when they went over there? Because it's very rich in minerals and gold, tin. He was going into it, tin, gold, oil, a lot of things. As a matter of fact, I did a little bit of because now they're talking about this guy, Nicholas. Say the name, Baba Kusha.
Nicholas Maduro.
Right.
Right.
And they're blaming he was a drug dealer, and they were shooting up a lot of these boats, saying that they were drug trafficking. So that's why I wanted to see if they tell the truth about how many people was deleted before they grabbed him. And when I saw him,
what by him? Before
they grabbed him up, obviously, when you go to grab up, this is the president of the country. That's what this is not this is a serious thing.
Yeah.
And I done a video in the week that even a lawyer, David Nicholas, was saying this is totally illegal.
True.
As a matter of fact, I'll show you his face. He's saying this is one of their own people talking about this. That's the Psalms 64, falling upon their own head. He's coming out and saying this is mad. So Nero has lost his mind. As a matter of fact, Revelation 12 and 12, we're going to get that. But if there's more on the article, bring out some more. So you don't just go in a country and just take a president and there's not going to be no fighting or so-called protest, which there is protest. And by the way, when a woman was interviewed, she was asked how people feel about the fact that they've took their president. There's a lot of people saying, this is according to what she was saying, a lot of people were saying that a lot of people didn't like him. He was actually a dictator. He was heavy-handed, but who knows if they're insiders? We don't know. We got a cipher. But a lot of people was against the fact that they took him. Even his own countrymen, brothers have done videos on it, saying that it's illegal. It's totally illegal. It's like he's lost his mind. You don't just go in a country and just arrest the president. And he's saying he wants to go in other countries now as well, like Iran, which is bombed Iran.
Greenland.
Nigeria, which they're trying to hush. They're keeping that one hush because he's saying there's a whole heap of Christians out there that are being persecuted. This is what he's saying by ISIS, so-called Muslims. which is not a Christian country anyway. So this man has not this man lost his mind, which what we're getting into. We're gonna break it down. You got something you want to say?
Yeah, I think there was you could probably find, certain of these guys reporting the news. Well, the truth behind the news, especially on social media, they said I believe Trump also said about him wanting to get to Greenland, but I think the president of one of the European countries, I forgot which country it was, but said if Trump touches Greenland, that means he's going to be off of the NATO, the NATO
alliances.
Yeah, the NATO
conferences. They have
yeah.
their conferences.
Pretty much
and
NATO's done.
Yeah. Now finish your point. I'm going to say what I'm going to say.
Yeah, pretty much NATO's done if Trump touches Greenland, man, which is where his eyes are at after Venezuela, man. So Trump's got he's got an agenda, which of course he's being told what to do.
Yeah.
And he's got to carry it out for the shadow government.
Yeah.
Which he's just doing what Nero did when Nero was around, and eventually he was like a fatal attraction. When you understand what happened with Hitler, which Hitler was also he was a crazy man. He loved blood, but he ended up going down in one of his own bunkers, according to the documents and blowing his own brains away. Yeah. And similarly, when you get into Nero, he ended up deleting himself as well. Yep. So you're hearing about something I did a little bit of fact checking on, right? Which what we can hit that precept back in Habakkuk. If you read down to 5, but I got this little bit to it. It says, I just done a little bit of research. How many countries operate military bases in the military base? Let me start again. Many countries operate foreign military bases in the US. By far operate the most with, it says here, according to this, because you get different when, you're going to eat the meat and that's where the bones. Nearly 900 military bases, right? Around the world. But at least, what's that? 18 others nations operate foreign military bases, each of which increase the risk of war. The main point is here. The United States has more overseas bases, military bases, than any other country in the world. In 2023, the US had 750 military bases in 80 countries. And Elder Yashuamba, that's a rough stat that they're giving us. But as what Elder Aramla said, that there's much more than that. He said that are not being revealed, that are what they call them, stealth military bases. Also, we know about the embassies, but military bases that they have operating that are stealth, that they know of, which the Spirit of the Lord has revealed it to the prophets, that they think that they're not, that we're aware of. And more importantly, the angels, the Yahweh B'Ashem Yoshai, they know about them. And in due time, they're gonna get talk about bunker busters. The Spirit of the Lord is gonna send in the chariots and bunker buster them military bases. You know what I mean? What you got?
Even then, scriptures talk on it, man. The beast shall hate the whore. Let me read it and then get into it. So this is Revelation 17 and 16. It says, "And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast." These 10 horns really represent originally the EU nations, the original EU nations before they expanded or whatnot. It says, "Which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire." Because you start to think, where do these 200,000 missiles come from, which the scriptures speak of, aka 200 million missiles come from? It will come from all these other nations, man. The Russians, the Chinese, and all these other nations. They're gonna say, "Wait, hold on, America's overreaching right now," and then those missiles are gonna be sent as a result of their frustration with America thinking that they could just shit in everyone's back garden, for lack of a better analogy.
Yeah, because you mentioned the conference, even in their own conference, the UN conference, what they have, they was actually saying this is actually illegal, and obviously. Those countries, they're independent from US. They're saying, who is it going to be next? So they have more. They have reasons to be on alert, on high alert, which is prophecy, as you just read.
Yeah.
It's prophecy. What's going to happen? Yeah, go on, carry on, because Lord willing, we make the scriptures speak on this.
So yeah, as it says, and the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, of course, the beast being NATO and the EU. It says, these shall hate the whore, or the whore representing America.
Yeah.
It says, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. Yeah. So of course, that's going to be the end result of Babylon the Great.
Yeah.
You know, all these nuclear missiles being sent, of course, and it says in Joel 2, that great army, referring to those nuclear missiles coming through, sent by the nations, then it's going to be true. And of course, America, as they keep overreaching, especially when it comes to Greenland, and that woman,
Jeremiah,
you know, that woman who said, you know, if Trump touches Greenland, you know, there's nothing, NATO's going to be done for, essentially. You know, but as it says, these shall hate the whore.
Yep.
And of course, you can see that hate being...
It's brewing up now.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's brewing up. It says, I shall
which has always been there anyway, because they call America the great Satan, Ishmael, and a lot of other countries as well. And even the infighting in their own people, among their own people, where they call them the Bible Belt people.
Yep. So, you know, the point is, you know, that hate for America is coming through, man. You can see with all these events and Trump's declarations and his bold actions, you know, what is triggering the other nations to start thinking, man. You know, especially when, you know, if Trump tries to touch or intervene with certain matters, like with the Russians, the Chinese, you know, mob over there, you know, of course the Medes with the Russians, you know, it's pretty much, it's brewing, you know, as you said.
Hold on a minute. This, what did we just see on the news? Bring out the article on Trump struck the that boat.
Hold on.
We was looking at it. Yeah. What did he do? Bring out the article, Lord willing. Let me show you. See if I pull it up as well.
Some tank or something.
Yeah. The oil tank, actually, it was an oil tank. That's exactly what it was. And that's another thing that just came in fresh while we were sitting there talking. Military seizure of Russian plagued oil tanker will only result, this is the statement, will only result in further military and political tension. We just want to, that's just 2 articles we got. Just keep them, just stay on them, because I don't want to get sidetracked. Bring that one up, Babu Kashar, which is on, it's on topic. So that's the one.
This is the article from BBC News pertaining to the UK's involvement with this. It says, UK armed forces helped United States seizure of the tanker, says MOD, which stands for Military of Defense. Now it says here, hold on. It says so it was released 7th January 2026, which was yesterday. It says British armed forces supported a US seizure of Russian flagged oil tanker in the North Atlantic on Wednesday, the Ministry of Defense has said. The Marinera, a Venezuelan-linked tanker previously known as the Bella 1, was stopped by the US Coast Guard as it travelled northwards through waters between Iceland and Scotland. It says the MOD, Military of Defense, said the US asked the UK for assistance. The RAF, the Royal Air Force, surveillance aircraft, and the Royal Navy support ship, the RFA Tide Force, took part in the operation. It says Defense Secretary John Healey said the action was in full compliance with international law, adding the UK will not stand by as a malign activity increases.
Well, that's what they're saying. That's what they're saying. The same way you got their own lawyers, war lawyers, David Cole. You can pull him up in his speech. He's saying it's all illegal. The act is illegal. Just shooting boats, and a lot of the civilians, so-called civilians or so-called drug smugglers, they found out he was just a fisherman.
Wait, who?
One of the on the boat, what they're saying was a drug smuggler. These boats but Trump ordered to shoot them.
Oh,
right. In Venezuela, saying that they were drug smugglers. They found out that one of them was just an ordinary civilian, a fisherman.
They got actors there.
So he's shooting innocent people, basically they're just collateral damage
True,
because he wants to use any excuse to go in. That's what he's saying. And even one of the elders said that the main drugs come from Mexico and Colombia and Mexico, not from Venezuela. Which, when you get into it, I've done a little bit of fact checking.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah.
Bring out that scripture.
This is Jeremiah 50 verse 22. A sound of battle is in the land, and the great destruction.
I wake up every morning and I just turn on the news. I say, Brakatai Harbour, shine. Right, it's a sound of battle, but you know what? It's a sound of the chariots. You know, behind the scenes. You know, because what do they come? They have a twofold fulfillment: to destroy the wicked and salvation for the elect. Lord willing, we're the hopeful elect. So who's behind it? Read that one again, Baba Kushar.
Jeremiah 50 verse 22.
Yeah.
A sound of battle is in the land.
It's here, so it's not tarrying. You know what I mean? It's the brothers have been saying it, man. Yeah. That's why we have the New Year of destruction, because these Edomites, right, and all the other nations too, they always be celebrating New Year. What are you celebrating, man? What are you celebrating, really and truly? Getting laid, maybe they might get that. You know, when's the next time you're gonna get laid or get shit faced? We've got bigger things. You know, if anybody should be celebrating, if anybody should be celebrating, which we're coming out of that Deuteronomy 28, it should be the elect, the hopeful elect, for what the Most High going to do. Yeah. Carry on, Baba Kusha.
Verse 23. How is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder?
Yeah, that's that hammer. He's the one going around wielding his hammer like a crazed man. Not like the Maccabee. The Maccabee got a hammer, Maccabee used it, which is the same thing. Maccabee means hammer, smash hammer, which he used it. Which the men of the Lord use it surgically. But this crazy man, you going around swinging it like you're not even using it like for the God of thunder. He ain't using it strategically. He's just mad. He's just, what's that for? You know, when they say going to don't go into what they say, that there's an old saying, it's in the back of my mind.
You don't go into a bout on arms.
Hold on. Into like a bull in a china shop. That old one.
Yeah, I heard that.
He's like a bull in a china shop. If you walk in a china, you know, with all them expensive vases, you have to walk.
Be careful.
But this man, what's that? What you gonna? What? No, he might rise up against me. He's paranoid, Nick. Paranoid. That's the spirit of an Edomite. Paranoid. Oh, you gotta get them. Oh, by the way, he came out and said, which Lord willing, if I do a video on it, he's saying that those people over there, this is what what's his name, Nicholas Maduro. Yeah. He's come out and he said, when I hear him speak, it could be, he's come out and said those people over there, right, in that land are not the people. They're not authentic. He said it. Brothers have broke it down. That they're not the real people. So is that another reason why they went and got him? He's actually come out and said those people over there are not the real people. Well, does
the president himself?
The top man, the leader, president. He speaks with the foreign language, you know, with the accent. But obviously, them man they know what go on. Them man know anyway. I don't underestimate them. As a president, there's even more reason for him to know. And he might be one of the it's all about the elect, but he could be one of the people. Who knows? Yeah. Over there might be Asher. You know, I don't know. It might be one of the northern one of the northern tribes. Yeah. Asher, it could be Naphtali, but he's got that little bit of swag. When I was walking, he said happy. He had a little bit of swag about him. When he was walking, I was saying, is this a fix? Because he was walking a bit. Pull it up. When you pull it up, watch him walking, and he said, "Happy New Year, everybody. Happy New." He didn't seem too sad, but. I believe he could be one of the tribes, one of the northern tribes. But that's what he said. Those people are not authentic. So that's more reason why they may have wanted to grab him up. I know you got more about Baba Kusha.
Again, Jeremiah 50 and 23. How is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken?
Yeah, that's it. And that's the eventuality of the devil. They are the hammer. They are the bullies.
There you go. How is Babylon become a desolation among the nations?
Yep.
I have laid a snare for thee.
Oh, Baba Kusha. Yeah, because when you set up a snare for a fox, the snare it's in disguise, it's hidden, and the fox be roaming around. Next thing you know, pling, shung, he's caught up.
Caught up.
So he'll let you go around like a crazy man, letting rip like a bull in a china shop. But there's a snare waiting for you. Most I set that snare. Read that one again, Baba Kusha, and then read Karen.
I have laid a snare for thee, and thou art also taken, O Babylon, and thou was not aware. Thou art found and also caught because thou hast striven against the Lord.
That's it. That's the point right there. Isaiah 13, you're going up against the Lord. You don't know.
No.
You're hemming up. You know, potentially he could be one of the, he's a man, he's just a president, a powerful man, hence why the uprising, the seditions around the world, infighting. Some are for it, some are not really for it. It depends on the woman, when they interview the woman under the rose, the rose in that country. They said some are really for it. Right? But obviously, there's always going to be mixed emotions.
Yeah.
Because if he dealt with you a certain way, if he was a rebel maybe in his country, who knows? You understand? You got to decipher what's going on, because it's very similar with the other president over there when they went and got him when they said the Gulf with Saddam Hussein. They said that he had weapons of destruction, and they went and got him. It was in the 90s. There was mixtures there. A lot of people said he was ruling. He wasn't a tyrant. Saddam Hussein. A lot of people was really for it, and they said since they've got him, that was under the presidency of, what was his name? It wasn't David Cameron. What was that damn president name? You know him, man.
Margaret Thatcher.
No.
After. I know the name. Brothers are probably shouting at the camera. They know him.
Oh yeah, I know.
The one with the
Tony Blair.
Tony Blair.
Can't forget.
Yeah, he's the one who said he's got weapons of mass destruction. Let's go and hem him up. And they went in and hem him up, and he humiliated him in front of the whole world. Which a lot of people was saying since they got him, that country's gone from bad to worse. So they've set up their once again, they don't keep it at home. Right? They set up their own government over there.
False leaders.
The false leaders. That was in the time of Saddam Hussein.
Yeah.
They went over there and they caused that Gulf War. I remember that. I was watching it. You know, them days it wasn't social media, so all you had was what they was telling you. You know what I mean? But now we know behind the scenes a bit more. What are you doing? What are you holding?
Isaiah 13.
All right. Baba Kusha. Bring that one out.
So this is Isaiah 13.
Hit 4, Baba Kusha.
Isaiah chapter 13 and verse 4, it says, the noise of a multitude in the mountains, like as of a great people, a tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations gathered together.
Whiz. Oh boy, war is very ugly, brother. Right? Why? That's why they're just trying to delete and shut down any kind of uprising that's taking place.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? War is very ugly. People being deleted left, right, and centers. That's left, right, and center. That's what happens in seditions. If any of us, there was a time when I had to pass through when we were spaced through where I had to meet up with the brothers. I had to go through the cities at once upon a time, through the city, and I was caught up in sedition. The bus. In the bus, you have to make diversion, and I actually done a video on it. I took out my camera and I was filming it. Man getting punched up, man dropped on the floor. Police was trying to arrest him, and that video I actually got it live and direct. That they took that video down and they gave me a strike, and they said this is giving you a strike for something. The title was Sedition.
Was it summertime? Was it summer?
This was a good while ago. It was before the lockdown.
Oh, okay.
It was before the lockdown. Yeah, it was just before. I think it might have been the time of the lockdown because people didn't want. There was seditioning about it. It might have been around that time actually. It was around about that time.
Early decade.
Yeah, there was a whole heap of uprising about that, and the bus had to go through. It got through in the end, but after that, when I was caught in the midst of it, the bus made diversions and preparing for the future uprisings. The bus took a different direction. But it's very, very real, and I don't know why any man or woman would want to go. Once again, we have to look at it from their perspective. It's their country. They don't believe in God, despite they say they're Muslims and whatever they are, or New World, whatever they are. New what's that new religion thing? There's a new religion they got now. Anyway, despite they say they believe in God, there's all these different type of religion. New Age.
New Age religion.
So if you know you have faith and you believe in God, you don't have to go up and get carnal. But obviously that shows, it shows you.
That's how they reason.
Yeah. So the woman got shot in her head. I'm not saying, it's not something very nice to happen, but you woman just staying in your yard. What's wrong with you, man? And keep the yard right, and So you went out there, you went in, and she ran for her life. She drove the car, nice looking car too. A lot of these people that protest, they ain't poor, man. Doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. But then again, when you look at it from the scriptures, it makes a lot of sense.
Like them.
That's second Ezra 15 seditions. We will say.
Those just oil people. Those guys wearing orange. Yeah. Who stop cars, random places in London. So other than them, of course they can afford to do that because they got money to be able to go during the day. Because if you're someone who had to go to work, they wouldn't care about those protests as well. They wouldn't have enough time for it.
Can't.
So I'm just supporting your point. But
no, it makes sense to them. That's the point. It does make sense to them. Yeah.
You've got another precept as well because you mentioned about why can't the women just stay at home, so getting in trouble. Yeah. This is it, man. This is the standard that's going to be upheld, within the kingdom of Yahushua.
I tell you what, right? Slack it, brother. Yeah. Slack it. I was going to make a point. That's the hammer. You just read that.
You're right.
Baba Kusha, I want to bring out some stats, right? I like to bring out receipts. Once again, Elder Yashuamba, he'll be bringing out them receipts, and I just took a copy of it. So the hammer, what has he done? So I've just got a list of facts here, or receipts here. It says the country, type of action, key details, what happened in Somalia. Now they're blaming Somalians for being scammers, right? But when you look upon it, this what took place, and it gives you it says 127 strikes, more than Bush, Obama, Biden combined, right? This is what this is around 2025.
Yes.
Nero, yeah. This is Yemen, 381 strikes in 5 months, deleted 250,000 civilians plus, bombed migrants, decent faculties, right? So like landmarks, valuable landmarks have been bombed. Imagine someone coming from another country and just bombing the Statue of Liberty. That's basically what they're saying. Those other countries right now, they actually said that. Yeah. What if we win and we just grabbed up your president? But once again, it's prophecy. So there's a couple more. I'm just going to read it off, and then we're going to bring out the precept you got. Mm-hmm. Syria, 70 targets in operation. Hawk relationship strike. This was in December. 70 targets in operation. Hawkeye, yeah, that's what it was called. Hawkeye, Operation Hawkeye. Oh. And we hear about them, but it's good when you bring out receipts. We hear about them and we just, is that what's going on? But this is the point I'm making is that Revelation 18, we've got reports, and we're reading that reports. But then more importantly, the Most High's got their reports. He's got their record, background check on them, and there's a lot more. We just got what we could find. There's a lot more that we wouldn't know. Iraq strikes, deleted ISIS, second in command. Oh yeah, you see all these things we kind of how that happened. This is what these devils have been doing. Mm-mm. Yeah, Iran president bombed Iran. First U.S. president to bomb Iran. Right, this is that devil, Nero. Operation Midnight. So you had Operation Hawkeye. This is Operation Midnight Hammer. We not just read it. They're telling upon themselves, man.
Midnight Hammer.
This is why we know it's prophecy. Operation Midnight Hammer, June 2025. This is all last year. Bombers, 300,000. Who's good at numbers? Go on, get that. Say that one day. The correct number, because I'll be messing numbers up.
Which one is it?
Bombers, is that 300,000?
No, that's 30,000. 30,000.
See,
1B bunker.
I didn't want to say the wrong thing. So 30,000 bunker busters on nuclear sites. See, it's not just, this is real, this is lives here. We're talking about numbers. It's numbers, but there's lives under that. Nigeria, oh yeah, they try to rub that one under the carpet.
Oh yeah.
Some say that the Anthony Joshua crash could have been a distraction for what they're doing over there in Nigeria. A distraction because people were describing it. You know, you have to dig deep to find the information. Describing that they saw the which I done a video on it earlier in the week. They saw the clouds, everything went red. That goes into the scripture. It just come to me now. Hold it, Babu Kusha. Revelation 6.
Let me get it for you. 6.
Yeah, all right. The water. And we're going to get into that. So this is what happened in Nigeria, right? That was Christmas Day. See, was it on the news? I saw it once on the news.
Yeah, the Muslims, innit?
Yeah.
Because they were killing the so-called Christians.
Yeah, so-called. Maybe there was, maybe there wasn't.
Yeah.
So, which I doubt it. But go on anyway. So
they're still serving idols anyways. But,
yeah.
Trump wants to be a so-called big brother.
Yeah.
And then deal with the matters of Jacob in Nigeria, man. So.
And he actually said it. When I was getting into him talking, he had so much hate, and he was saying, "We're gonna bomb them. Who that coming against the Christians?" And they were damn Antichrist people. Then. Yeah. Anyway, last one. This is now brings us right up to date. Venezuela military action. 29 bombings. That's why I asked the question: how many people was deleted? Because you don't just get 29 bombings. Boats, docks, right? This was just in the turnover this year. Strikes on Venezuela. Boats and docks, and people don't get deleted. A whole heap of people got deleted. Yeah. Bring out what you got, and then we're gonna get on that one. Yeah. You had some.
This is Jeremiah 49 and verse 12. It says, "For thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have surely drunken. And art thou he that shall altogether go unpunished? Thou shalt not go unpunished, but thou shalt surely drink of it." Yeah. So of course Esau Edom will have to suffer the consequences of his actions, man. And he will, of course, Babylon the Great going to be destroyed. His systems, anything that pertains to Esau Edom's kingdom that he takes pride in, it will be destroyed, man. And of course the pinnacle will be in the kingdom where he's going to have to serve us as slaves. That's it.
Yeah, bring out Revelation 6 and go straight to the point. Go to 4.
This is Revelation 6 verse 4. "And there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon."
Esau is described, when you look at him, literally in the flesh, he's red or fluorescent, which his blood shows through the skin, which makes him appear as red. Which is fitting because he's described as, other terms like red dragon, serpent. And even when we was younger, when if you saw pictures of the devil, he was red. He had, he was all red and he had horns.
Yeah. Pitchfork.
Typical.
So this is the devil incarnate, Yep, he's describing the devil. Carry on.
Let me start again.
Yeah.
Revelation 6 and 4. "And there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him."
Power is definitely given him. That's the scripture. You don't got to get it. The earth is given unto the hands of the wicked. Power is given him. Yeah. And what is he doing with that power?
"That sat thereon to take peace from the earth."
Taking peace from the earth, causing confusion. It's his MO is rule or ruin. If he can't have it, you got to ruin it. If you give it to him, he'll rule it.
Yeah.
He might give you a little, something on the side, some crumbs. He might give you some crumbs, or you might not get nothing. Which when you go into a lot, as a matter of fact, finish reading that. I want to get into some of the what's some of the things that they got in a lot of these countries where he is right now, as far as like the wealth and stuff like that. Very quickly.
"That sat thereon and take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another, and there was given unto him a great sword."
Yeah, and that's his gift, the sword, which is using that. The modern day sword is the gun, and then you got all the technology, the technocracy. That's a serious weapon. That one there, when you get into that, the technocracy, which is ruled by the in the sky. What do you call those things? In the sky,
drones.
Yeah, the drones are powered by him, but you got the satellite.
Oh, satellites.
Which when the Mossad licks them down, right, it's just that easy for the Mossad. Via all the other robotic things, AI controlled. All it takes for the Mossad is to say, right, I'm going to send my angel. It might be Michael Allah, it might be Uriel, Raphael, it might be Gabriel. You know, they're all the higher power angels. It might be just a lower, you know, another angel. Just lick them out the sky, man, and that's the AI finish. Boom, just like that. It's not there. It's power, because we're in the flesh, but it ain't nothing really to the Most High.
True.
Yeah, that's his sword though. That's his oneness sword. Is there any more there?
That's it there.
Yeah, that's that dragon. That's him. And back to what I was saying about Nigeria. They actually, it's like they, in their mind's eye, when they saw the bombing, imagine that it's like it's not that, it's wealthy, but it would have been more wealthy, Nigeria and a lot of other countries. It would have been more wealthy if they left all the riches. But it would have been potentially. It's not doing too well now. But he literally bombed them, and the women, you know, just citizens saying, we saw it. It was just like everything was red. So that's why that precept has come to my head. It's like they saw the red dragon like in action. That's the image that the Mossad. That's terror. That was the terror. That's how they are. That's the hammer. And he leaves that trail of destruction wherever he goes. So I just tapped in. Someone mentioned it, and I tapped it in. We're gonna start winding down now. So I like to bring out some stats. The Elder Tahar mentioned lithium. So I said, okay, let me do some fact checking on that lithium. What is because there's supposed to be in Venezuela. There's a whole heap of it's called
resources.
Resources. I tapped it in. Lithium. What is the lithium triangle? Right, the Spanish region of the Andes that is rich in lithium reserves. Right, encompassed by the borders of Argentina, Bolivia, China. The lithium in the triangle is concentrated in various salt panes that exist along with, big word, desert and neighboring areas. Where's the point? Lithium triangle spanning Argentina, China, and Bolivia contains 60 to 70% of the world's lithium reserves. In recent years, this region has become a local point of. Enough said. That's the point. And lithium, as far as I know, as a matter of fact,
I got it.
Let's fact check what
the uses.
What is it used for?
Yeah,
you're on it. You was on it. That's the tech man. Go on.
So it says in the AI overview, lithium's primary use is in rechargeable batteries,
right,
for electronics,
electric.
Yep, it says it here, electric vehicles. It says, but it's also crucial for heat-resistant glass, ceramics. It says high performance lubricants. It says lightweight metal alloys, aerospace, trains. It even says this as a mood stabilizer in medicine for bipolar disorder. So even also uses it as medicine.
Shit, let me grab one of my stones for that. Because I'll be learning more about my stones. By the way, I must push this stone just a little bit. Obviously we're just learning. This is clear quartz. When you just read that about mood stabilizer, this is known as the master. Just a little push, a little plug in here. The master healer, clear quartz. So there's a.
So they can see it.
For those that are into the stones, everything ain't for everybody. But as you just read, mood stabilizer. There's a lot of things that we know of, and you say yes, but there's a lot more that Most High is going to reveal to us about what we may have, the herbs we may have in our kitchens, some of the foods, some of the stones, some of the. Read that again, Baba Kusha.
It says in terms of the primary uses of another use of lithium. It says, and as a mood stabilizer in medicine for bipolar disorder.
These devils know, man. These devils know. You see, oil. Yes, oil. In Venezuela, there's oil. There's gold, copper, very valuable metals. But lithium powers phones as well. There's a lot of other things that they ain't going to put everything. Some of the things they want to keep for themselves. Some of the secrets behind it, what it's used for. Remember I told you about one of my favourite, it's kind of old, but I'm going to bring it up. $6 Million Man, right? When I watched that, I was young. I just been thinking about when we're going to get the new bodies. But anyway, right, the point is, when he was one of the series was called, he had to be a fugitive. And he, $6 Million Man, you know, every week is a different subject. And he had to be just like King David. You can put some spirituality to it. Everything's spiritual for the spiritual men, with the spiritual eye. And he had to be on the run just like King David was. King David was on the run from Saul, and he had to go on the move. And he had he might have got some kind of injury, because remember, he's got 2 bionic legs, and maybe he was shot there or something happened, and it affected one of his bionic legs. And he asked one of his women, to go to the hardware shop, because when we may go to the falsifier because of the flesh, the so-called doctor, for plasters and whatever the case is. Yeah. When you got bionic legs, you have to go to the hardware man. And he asked for clear quartz.
Wow.
Clear quartz. So you make of it what you want to make of it to fix his bionic leg. Yeah. So if we know a little bit about clear quartz, it's very similar to that. There's other things that it's used for that we're yet to find out.
Yeah.
That even Esau don't know. They know some shit. He's wiser than Daniel. That's in Ezekiel 28. But Most High ain't tell him everything.
No.
But we're gonna know. He's gonna reveal everything to us. And did he go to the moon? No, he never went to the Apollo Creed or Apollo 19 or Apollo 13. They say 19. That was around 1979. They say Apollo, he went to the moon. He didn't go to the Most High. He's pointing in the boundaries that he cannot pass. Yeah. You can talk about the moon, but there's a lot of other things too. Most High put a seal on him, a cap on him. So we have got them now. As brothers know, you know I'm going to get into the herbs. Not now, but we always talk about the herbs among ourselves anyway. Because that was from the Lord. Yeah. So I've said, but I've made the point. If there's any more there, you can bring it out too.
There's one thing, there's a priest I was looking for.
Khan, you looking for something? All right. Yeah. So let's get. So we just finished Revelation. Let's get Revelation 6. So let's get Daniel 7.
All right.
And then anybody can hold Daniel 4. Yeah. You hold Daniel 4.
Daniel 4, okay, brother.
Daniel 7.
And then that's the point. We don't want to overcrowd it. We brought out 2 articles. We would have been there. We could have brought out more. There's too much. And you can keep up. You could do the videos on it. You know, as you do your research, as the information come forth. Breaking news, as the older apostle, he be setting the example on that. As soon as it's up there, breaking news, and he'd be breaking it down. Daniel chapter 7.
Yeah.
Yeah, you read it in Revelation 17.
Oh,
this is basically it's touching on the same point.
We'll start from verse 1 or
no, you can go to hold on. Yeah, that's it. 20.
Right, Daniel 7 and verse 20. It says here, and of the 10 horns that were in his head, and of the other which came up, and before whom 3 fell, even of that horn that had eyes and a mouth that spake very great things.
Yeah, that horn again. That horn is America.
Go on.
Right. We made a point earlier. You got the 10 horns, which are, you made the point earlier on, which are the UN, the NATO and the UN, and they had a conference, and they're now disunited. Once upon a time they had, they were speaking in agreement. Yeah. So they're now disunited. And what's coming out? Read that point again.
Yeah, it says, and of the 10 horns that were in his head, and of the other which came up, and before whom three fell, even of that horn that had eyes and a mouth that spake of very great things, whose look was very stout.
Right, that's once again. Yep, that's America. And now we got that's their attitude. We're going to go over here with the hammer. We're going to smash it up. Venezuela. And apparently he wants to, I think he might have already did it, bomb Iran, which if he does that, Russia and Iran are business partners.
Yeah.
And then you're going to awake the sleeping giant if you do that, which you're going to do that, because that's in line with prophecy. So do what you got to do. Nero, which is here described as a little hornbeam. And what did it say? What else did it call him, describe him as?
It says a stout.
Yeah.
He says look was more stout than his fellow.
If you pull up, if you just pull it up for comedy purposes or even for educational purposes, Trump's funniest moments. Don't do it. No. You see what he'd be pushing in front of those, and he always wants to be in the front, and he'd be doing, And if watch his brothers do watch what's his name? Godfrey the impersonations of him.
Yeah.
Have you seen it?
He does it really well.
And there's another one, Britney impersonation, and also Britney Spears. Here is Britney. He does very good impersonations, but it gives you the idea. It lets you know he's stouter than his brethren, man.
Yeah.
So that's Daniel 7 is breaking it down. Prophecy again, So
you get the root word.
Anybody can bring out any other precepts, and we can kind of start winding down. Anybody got any closing statements? Yeah. I think the point was maybe brought out some statistics and done some brought out some receipts as well. Yeah. We can actually bring out Revelation. I had that one in mind to bring out.
6.
Yeah, we can bring out that one. Revelation 12 and 12, and anybody else got any precept we can wrap it up. It's about that. It's about just over an hour. We hit the points, Lord willing. Lord willing, it was edifying to sincere. I came out there. Why? It's basically telling us why is he acting like a madman. Revelation 12 and 12.
Oh yeah. Right, so this is Revelation chapter 12. Hold on a second.
Sit straight. Got to take some of my medicine after this, Lord willing.
Is it the one about the great dragon cast out?
Revelation chapters 12 and verse 12. He knows he has a short time.
Yeah, this is Revelation 12 and verse 12. It says, therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath.
Yeah, and this ain't no past, right? This is why he's acting crazy now. You can call him any other word, just don't call him, he's not right in his head. That's basically what he's saying in so many words. And that's what happens when you're running out of time. You might start acting out of character. And that's, enough said. Brothers want to chime in and say what you got to say, bro.
So it says in Revelation 12 and 12, therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath. Mm-hmm. We're in the beginning phases of that, by the way. With Trump's just stretching his arms right now.
Yep.
That says, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. And remember, despite all these wars happening as well, proxy wars, little,
skirmishes,
all these wars,
seditions,
go on. The MOTV still got to come first before,
for the grand finale, for WW3, that's right,
war. Third war.
That's Revelation 13, yep.
Come on.
So we're preparing what to do, right? No temptation, right? The hour of temptation. We're preparing, and this is preparing us too, because we're on our toes once again, keeping up on our watch. Mm-hmm. These are faith strengtheners. Just to add to that, what you just said. These are all faith strengtheners, not the opposite way around. These are faith strengtheners, building blocks to the grand finale.
Yeah.
I've said all what I needed to say, man. If anybody, if you've got any closing, you got a closing precept? All right, you can close with that.
Obadiah 3 verse 4. 3 verse 3 to 4. The pride of thine heart have deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock.
Break it down.
Whose habitation is high. that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? Though thou exalt himself as an eagle, and though thou set their nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord.
Calm. So pretty much, that goes into Esau's pride getting humbled. But Baruch, can you read Obadiah 1 and 3 again? Baruch. Just verse 3, and then I'll speak on that one.
Obadiah 1 and 3, yeah?
Yeah, Baruch. Yeah, man, Esau's pride, man, because Esau, not just Trump as well, but the men that are around about him, they will speak on a whole load of pride, but they speak from a manner, a state of pride, and of course that's what Yahweh Shem Yahshua is going to humble as well, despite being in their nature to do so, to be prideful, because they haven't really been punished, sentenced against the evil work, not being done speedily. They're still going to be. It's a great humbling. You can see it that way.
Right. 3 again. It says, Obadiah 1 verse 3. The pride of thine heart have deceived thee. Thou sayest that thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rocks.
Yeah, because that's Esau's origin, man. Those Caucasus Mountains, man. Esau. That's why it says dwells at the clefts of the rock, man. That's another reason why the scriptures also refer to him as the basis of all men. Even quite literally because of him dwelling in the rocks, he's a base man, but also it reflects his intelligence too. The nations see him as intelligent because he's in rulership, but that's because the Most High has raised him up, especially above Jake. When Jake is in rulership, you will see true intelligence. But yeah, verse 4.
Verse 4.
Yeah.
Thou exaltest thyself as an eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord.
Yeah, it's quite literally as well, because America, that's likened as an eagle too. In terms of their mentality, the top of the top apex. I was going to say apex predator, but in terms of the birds, that's one of the more prominent birds.
Yeah.
It also says
one of the highest soaring birds is the eagle.
Yeah.
And I think in close competition is the peregrine falcon.
Falcon.
Someone that used to fly kites, I studied a little bit of that.
Cool.
Yeah, but it's known. The eagle is known for soaring, one of the highest birds, soaring the highest on the thermals.
Cool. It flies way higher than a pigeon, man. Yeah. But yeah, Baksha, one more time.
Yeah, Obadiah 1 verse 3.
4.
Yeah. Thou exalt thyself as an eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars.
Okay, so look, on that point, that nest among the stars, man, that's referring to the space stations. Esau's even had ambitions to have space hotels as well, but nevertheless, when the chariots come by, as you said, Aria, it's all going to get cleared up. The satellites, whatever space stations that they build, because I believe they want to also build some stuff for the AI data centers. They're going to need all of that for the chip system and all that. All that's going to be destroyed, man. That's the point. But should I just continue to say?
Yeah, Lord willing, we can touch on that at some future videos. We got to get into that. Yeah.
Thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord.
Yeah, that's it. That's simple as it is, man. The chariot's gonna come by, Yahushua's gonna come by, Esau's pride is gonna be shattered, and then that's the end of Esau. He's gonna go from riches to rags. As Akim saith. So Yaratazar, you found it edifying. Yahweh Shem Yahshua Barakatah. And Shalom, Akim. Shalom.
Shalom.